The newsletter was a lifeline for myself and for so many people.
So it wasn't cool, especially where everybody drives around in a pickup truck with a shotgun to be out. But I was out, and but I needed support because I found that I was everyone else's support everywhere if they were out. And once I came out, lots of people came out. But the FTM International became my support.
In those days, we all tended to exchange newsletters and share stories and personal ads and book reviews and such throughout North America and even to some degree the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and because we didn't have internet in those days.
I contacted Lou because of a tiny little ad I saw on our backs, in the back pages, and it said, information for the female to male crossdresser and transsexual. And I was like, what? What is that? Oh my God.
Lou probably paid out of his own pocket to some degree, as I did, because the newsletter subscriptions were not enough to cover all the costs of photocopying, postage, and then all the counseling, the free peer counseling that Lou did and I did, telephone calls, letter writing, all of that was all voluntary. We didn't get paid for any of that, out of our own pocket.
He just wanted people to be connected and not be lost.
I opened it up. It was June 1988, that newsletter. And the first thing I saw was genetic males have big feet. And I was like, oh my God, they're writing about this thing. Oh my God, wow. And I kind of would close it and I put it under my bed. Didn't tell anybody I was reading this thing. And I saw Rupert's picture actually. And I was quite impressed. I was like, wow. He looks like a guy. Wow. Okay, I had no idea this was possible.
My relationship ended. I was separated from my children. My heart was broken. And so I had to fill it up with something. And I filled it up with the trans community. I kept being inspired by the people around me. They were good people who didn't deserve the discrimination and the anguish and the pain that they were experiencing. And I wanted to stop it. I wanted to do whatever I could to stop it. And I also wanted to empower them. I wanted to encourage them to find their power and move forward in their lives.
Yeah, the newsletter, of course, everything goes back to that group. Everything. That we would meet. It was a lifeline. It was a community.
Yes, the newsletters were a lifeline for connecting people and also connecting people worldwide prior to the internet.
But what the FTM I provided me were connections with people that were like me. So that was a good foundation, because all I had, fortunately, were two good parents that loved me unconditionally, unlike a lot of other people.
Without people stepping up and volunteering, none of this could have happened, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, all of the amazing accomplishments that we did as a group, moving the issues forward, the dialogues that we had that allowed us to sort of confirm our feelings as well as reinforce our concept of the language that we needed to use to talk about who we are and to figure out how to move the issues forward.
This is so much illustrating the value of this newsletter, for the connections and the inspiration and the sense of community in a time before the internet, you know, we divide the world up before the internet and since the internet. And when there was no internet, when travel was incredibly expensive, when long distance phone calls were incredibly expensive, we relied on things that came in the mail. We relied on paper to communicate with each other and to find that sense of connection, when at that time, there may have been some other trans people in whatever communities we lived in, but you'd never know it. This is the only way you'd find them, because everybody was deep stealth, because it was too dangerous to be anything else.